Welcome back to the Mani and Fariha show, and just as we promised, we have a lineup of puppets here, and I'm so excited. I want to play with each and every one of them. Some of them are so adorable, and I can't wait to hear what Shahroz has in store for us.
Well, alhamdulillah, I had to come up with all this. It wasn't my plan at all. What happened was I was in London, and there's Ahle Bayt TV, which is an Urdu channel.
Yes.
And they had interviewed me a few times, and then they said, we want something for children. Would you be able to do something for kids? So I said, all right, let's do something. And then we thought of puppets. And then there was also Zahra Trust, which is an organization that has TV programs all over the world. So a lot of people are seeing me in Iraq, they're seeing me in Pakistan.
Well, you're an international personality.
And alhamdulillah, I mean, in Iran, just 2 years ago, a taxi driver recognized me and he said, you come on TV Tehran. And I was like, yeah, I did some filming, and these programs go all over the world. And that wasn't even the puppet show. I had given a lecture there on Islam. Yeah. But alhamdulillah, what happened was then I had to start looking for some good puppets. In the beginning, we were using, you know, some that just with just mouths moving, and now I've moved on to more.
Now you look like a professional.
Yeah, well,
they're so cute.
Yeah, so here's one that this is a. And it has hands, so you can say, "Oh, I'm so tired," right? And you know what?
What is your name?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Do you have names for them?
Is it okay to talk to strangers? Oh, sure, you can talk.
We're not strangers. You've met us already.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Oh, I'm so shy. Am I on TV? Is this live? Oh my God. Oh, I hope this is my good side. Can you make sure my hair is not showing? I see something red up here. Oh, let me fix that for you. Okay.
Something's poking out.
Yeah, she's very, particular about what she looks like.
Yes, for sure.
So
Aren't we all?
This is my expense. I spend a lot of money on toys. I buy more toys than my own kids buy toys.
Oh my God.
And it is amazing. I start playing with them in the shop, and I'm like, I can use this and I can do this. And often my daughter will say, why, mommy, why are you buying this? And I'll say, for example, when I bought this is a Rastafarian hat. And I was like, I'll find a way to put this into one of my shows. So what happens is I don't make a script. Basically, like a crazy person, I sort of let it talk to me and what it wants to say.
Allow your multiple personalities to come out.
So there's this puppet I found, and he's a chef.
He looks very French.
Yes, so I had to come up with the French accent here. So look at me. Sometimes sounds Arab, but okay.
Well, he can be, yeah.
Yeah, he can pass for Arab.
Absolutely.
What?
Yes.
Okay, so
Professor Clouseau.
Excusez-moi. I am extremely offended with the way these people are not eating my food. Sacre bleu!
Oh my God! Even
not working under these conditions. Right.
Okay,
so what I
away
do
he goes.
So what happens is
when
I bought my Rastafarian hat, I was like, come on, I can find a way to use this. And my daughter was like, yeah, right. So it did sit for a while.
Yeah.
And when people don't believe in you, then it's hard, because my daughter didn't believe that I could find something to do with that. But then I did.
Well, I believe in you, Shahroz, and I believe in you.
So this is my boy puppet, and on Ahl Bayt TV, this is Ali. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
My voice is kind of breaking. Well, I hope it is, but sometimes it kind of becomes like, auntie. But then I go back to my voice.
I like your sunglasses. Very cool.
Yeah, it goes with the jacket, I try to be cool, you know what I mean? So this is Ali, and that one is usually Zainab. I dress her up in all sorts of clothes. For example, my children's clothes often show up on TV. So here's Shireen's dress, my little daughter. She's now 11, but this is her dress. But when she was this age, I was already using this. So she'd be like, Mommy, that's my dress. You would see it on TV. So I use her abaya and her scarves. And sometimes she's like, that's where my scarf is. I was looking for it. But I kind of borrow my kids' clothes.
On to the best use.
So, and then I go into their toys. So here's a doctor's thing. And then sometimes this guy becomes a doctor. And then I say, okay, now I'm going to make a show about going to the doctor. But then there's Islam involved in it. And we talk about science in Islam. Yes. So my shows come together because of the props I buy, and with Ali here, he becomes sometimes a very inquisitive little boy who wants to learn about Islam. Sometimes I make him wear the dish dash. He wears the white. Arab clothing, and then he becomes, he's going to the mosque, and I put on the hat for him. So he's very versatile.
Appropriately addressed.
So he's versatile, and I just love what I can do with him. For example, sometimes he becomes like, yo man, like what's up with that, right? Wait, right? So he becomes like a kid who doesn't cut his hair, and then I'm like, I'm like, what are you
very
thinking?
much like my son.
Wait.
Yes,
Sorry,
exactly.
do you know what you're doing? Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to fix your hair. Okay, so here we are, and it, a lot of time goes into putting on these clothes for them and changing props. And when I go to England, I go for a few days, and I hold suitcase full of these toys, and then I have a lot of puppets. I set them up on the ground so that one can always be mom, one can always be dad, one can be grandma. So, hey dude, man. Yeah, radical.
Oh, just lost his hair.
But
that was radical.
That was radical. Well, what I do is when I keep that hair on, and then I make him into shaitan, and then he says, "These minions, they are going to pay." So he becomes my shaitan, and that's a very famous segment that I do, because I have conversations with shaitan, and then we talk about, why.
That's a famous or popular segment.
Yeah, like how dare you, why do you do this, and how do you get people astray? This one is the bratty little brother. Okay, so bratty little brother.
With a teddy.
He comes with a teddy bear, and then he comes home to mommy and says, Rashid, he hit me. And then he always holds it, and then he hugs his teddy bear. He cries. So he gets a lot of attention from his mom, and then they, discuss about why you should not hit your brother. And then this one I liked, because he's a cop. So, and then I had to think of
what type of cop
these
is
are all
he?
These are all Islamic shows that I do. So this cop says, "Stop! You just broke the law. You are going to be punished for this." And
he sounds very Arab.
And so we talk about, what's halal and what's haram, and what's mustahab and makruh, because there is the red light and then the orange light, which is okay, you can go, but it's not good if you go. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what does a green light do?
All
right.
Go
today.
This puppet I found actually they were being sold on the streets in Iran.
Yeah.
So
she's interesting.
I'm trying to figure it out what it is.
Such cute little children.
So she's a granny.
Why don't you sit? I will give you some nice biryani. You like biryani, yeah? And then, I dropped the father or grandfather. Let me just get him out.
Yes.
So
he went for a trip.
Yeah. So this is the grandfather. I had to work with these guys because their hands move. So, but it was like, oh, Khadija, just sit down. Don't fuss over these kids.
They'll
They
get their
just
own
want to
biryani,
eat
right?
pizza all the time.
Forget about the biryani. Only pizza.
So, and then the day when I had to figure out how to use my Rastafarian hat, the day came.
We can role play. We can role play. Yeah, I can be the devil.
You cannot be.
No. Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah, so
I'm interested in his voice now.
Yes.
well, I made a Halloween segment, and then it wasn't Halloween, but this guy was thinking that he could
He was planning ahead.
He was like, with all this hair growing, and then the big sister comes into the room and says, "What do you think you're doing? Like, you think, you're trying to be somebody you're not." And he's like, Yo man, what, you see a black man and you think he's pretending? What's that? You think I got ganja in my pocket? Huh?
Well, do you?
So, well, yeah, it looks like you do.
It looks like you do.
Yeah, with that hair, you make people think that you have.
Look at him looking at me.
So you make people think that you're some guy in doing something wrong, like breaking the law. Whoa, 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 whoa. You guys see a black man and you think we breaking the law, huh? Sister, this is no good. Yeah, so we get to break down stereotypes about that. Yeah, we feel bad for judging him. So alhamdulillah, you know, it's wonderful. And these shows are all on YouTube. Yeah. You can just put my name up in Zakira Shiros and
with her puppets.
You'll find it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Amazing. Amazing.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, the show is called Zakira Shiros and her puppets, but then there's others that were in a children's program. So, most of these you'll find also on my website, zakirashiros.com. ZAKIRA. Shiros.com.
And we'll put all of her contact information on our Facebook page. That was a lot of fun, Shiros. Thank you so much. And coming up next,
I would wanted to do more of my evil.
I would love to hear how you developed all these voices.
Wait, now we know exactly why you got the title for the Wonder Woman.
Well, that's right.
This is where it came from.
Amazing.
The kids have always liked bedtime stories because I would always come up with all these voices.
I want a bedtime story from you.
Absolutely. We all want to hear more of you.
Yes.
And we'll definitely will try our best to get you back on the show. And I'm sure the audience definitely want to hear more of you.
I enjoy doing that because I get to be all these different people that I know live inside me.
Yeah.
They let you emerge every now and again.
Every time we are hearing more of you, and there's a different personality different side of you that we hear. And now today, all of these puppets and all of these personalities are coming from. It makes sense now where it's coming from.
Yes, so, very much so.
Amazing, amazing.
And when we return from our break, we are due for another break. We will have Shiros' daughter Zainab here with us and reciting her spoken word. Stay tuned.